Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Democracy 3. We are of course playing as Canada, and in the last episode we had actually managed to convert 100% of our population to religion, I suppose. I guess they just like religion. To get the religious achievement, however, and I have looked into this, we need to enact a policy, and that policy is banning Sunday shopping. Now, I have no idea where this is. By the way, my name's Orbit Potato. If you haven't already gathered, just putting it out there. I have no idea where this ban Sunday shopping is. I'm sure a heck of a lot of people are going to point out to me in the comments that I'm being an idiot, and I just can't see it. But at the same time, I am a little bit of an idiot. I mean, let's face it. Come on. Compulsory foreign language? Not really. We don't really need that. Ban foreign church service? Nope, not at all. We need Sunday shopping. Sunday shopping, please. Anywhere, really? Economy, perhaps? Ban Sunday shopping. There it is. So hopefully, if we enact this, then we will get the religious achievement. We don't even have to enact it largely. We just have to sort of enact it. And this seems to be fixed values for some reason. It doesn't allow me to scale it. So let's just apply those changes right now. Don't know what is going on with that. Anyway, let's go to the next turn and see if we actually get the achievement, because that would be very, very nice indeed. If we did, we don't. I think I'm being a little bit of an idiot. I will endeavour to check out what the heck is going on with that. Okay, good. Let's see. We're running a budget deficit of 19 billion. What? Yes, I do remember we did have a flash crash last episode, so or at the end of last episode. So that is where all our income has disappeared to. That's not really much of a problem, to be honest. What I'm more concerned about is the Freedom League. The Freedom League are very, very irritating. They're very, very annoying, actually. Organized crime is still a problem for us. Race riots, still a problem. Ghettos, still a pretty big problem for us. So, even alcohol abuse, heck, that's a problem for us. What the heck is that all about? Jeez. Our alcohol consumption has been substantially boosted by the fact that our alcohol law means that there is no limits on who drinks alcohol, which means, you know, like a 5-year-old child can be drinking alcohol. That's a little bit crazy. That is a little bit crazy. Don't really know what's going on about that. We are going to ban animal testing. In fact, no, I think no change. Because that will make the liberals happy. Because liberals don't like being told how to run their lives. So I think we're just going to let them test on animals. Even though that is a little bit of a controversial issue. And not one maybe that I entirely agree with. But hey-ho, that doesn't really matter. Let's go and have a look at our expenditure, actually. Where's our debt interest? Our debt interest is only at 1.97 billion. That's a good place to be. 1.9% of GDP is, or of our 1.9% of our expenditure, should I say, is a good place to be. I'd much rather it be, you know, 1.9% than you know, like 15% up at the top here. That is just nobody's idea of a good time. So I'm very, very glad that we can sort of steer away from our economy collapsing and debt interest going through the roof. However, if things don't pick up very, very soon, then I foresee a rise in interest rates. I do. I think that if we can't show the world our confidence, then you know, nobody's going to be happy with us. Way, God's kingdom! You have done fantastic work in the service of God and restored our country's rightful status as one kingdom under God, with a pious and devoted population. Wow, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. It turns out we just needed to enact Sunday or ban Sunday shopping, and everything's going to be fine. Well, it's all fine. It's all good. Let's just have a little look at this. Crime is up. That's obviously not something that is good. However, it's only up a tiny little bit, so that's not too much of an issue. Health is continuing its upward trend, which is lovely, and GDP looks like it's going to get back on track fully next turn. Hopefully, we won't be overspending, and we will draw even with our current budget plans. Unemployment is also going down. That is really, really good. That's pretty darn amazing. If I do say so, there's pretty much nothing to complain about. Even though we're sort of a little bit of a mixed bunch in Canada over here. You know what I mean by that is we sort of adopt policies that people will like rather than having a sort of ideologically focused route. That's not really a big issue. We are getting our debt down. We're getting it down slowly, and you know what? As long as we're getting it down, I ain't too concerned about that. That is not a big deal. Is there any other policies that we can introduce? Any cool policies that we can introduce? Not really, to be honest. How's the price of food? The price of food is holding steady. Holding steady a little bit, actually. That is rather nice. Obviously, we're going to have to start combating this average temperature very, very, very soon indeed. And obviously, these cyclones are a bit of a pain in the backside, but, you know, we can deal with it through the Climate Change Adaptation Fund. That's how we're going to do it. We're currently spending almost 9 billion on this, and I envision spending a heck of a lot more on this in the future, because it is quite important. And it's going to lower unemployment, but it's going to take a long time to get implemented. 18 turns to get implemented is quite a long time. I mean, I think that's going to be after the next election. Yeah, it's going to be well after the next election. Speaking of election, we're pretty popular. We are pretty darn popular. Yeah, nothing to complain about there. We're doing very, very sort of well, actually, in terms of that. I'm sort of loath to sort out these crime problems over here, because I know I don't want to upset the Liberals, and Liberals are just, you know, a pain in the backside. Just an absolute pain in the backside. We could do that, but that would piss off religious people. We don't really want to do that either, to be honest. So, oh well. Yeah, what else? Well, alcohol abuse is a major problem. It's a major, major problem. For some reason, liberals are in favor of giving 5-year-olds alcohol poisoning or whatever it is. You know, I'm exaggerating there, but that's the sort of principle. Drug addiction, that's also proving to be a little bit of a problem, because we pretty much legalized all drugs to make the Liberals happy. That's probably not one of our better ideas. I say our, like I'm blaming you, but I'm not. I'm blaming myself. Probably one of my worst ideas, but I think we sort of needed to do it. I mean, you know, after all that, Liberals don't actually like us that much, even though capitalists are less keen on us than the Liberals. Thankfully, the Freedom League membership is going down, so I think we sort of just want to go through the next couple of turns and just take a chill pill, make sure that the Liberals don't get up in our grill and they don't start killing us and stuff like that. So that's the plan. Okay, what the heck? Market meltdown. The global economy just fell a little bit. That is less than ideal. In fact, I would be willing to say that is pretty darn catastrophic. Our sort of historic spending plans have always been, or for the last couple of turns anyway, have always been very, very close to the amount that we're spending. So we really need to rely on our GDP. But look at that. There's been 2 massive crashes within, I don't know what, 10 turns of each other. So that is less than ideal for us. However, I have no doubt that we are going to rebound back. I just hope that we will be able to do that soon, if I'm honest. And hopefully we won't have to introduce any taxes, because that is looking increasingly likely that we might have to introduce. Well, the flat income tax would be the ideal tax to introduce, but we can't really do that. Yeah, we can't really do that, to be honest, can we? No, not really. Which is unfortunate, but hey-ho, we do need another 3 political capital, but I don't think... Yeah, our maximum is 40 at the moment, so what can you do, eh? Pretty much nothing. Do you think it's time for a cabinet reshuffle? I don't know why you're so upset. Why would you be upset? Like, literally, socialists love us. It's great. Socialists absolutely love us. Capitalists hate us. And Battenberg Group membership is probably going to go up because of it. That is not good. That is not good. And still, this socialist guy in our cabinet is annoying. Do not sign the treaty. I guess it doesn't really matter at this stage of the game. Unemployment is up. Unemployment was doing so well, and it just no. Okay, and GDP has rebounded, but it's rebounded a little bit. It's not rebounded all the way. Currently running a budget deficit. Next turn, I would expect that budget deficit to go down, i.e. we will get closer to a surplus. But at the same time, we still are going to have to put up with a couple of turns of deficit. And that is not great, because it means that our debt is slowly going to increase. And, you know, while we have got it down quite substantially from around, what was it, $1,000 billion, something like that, yeah, you know, we've got it down a lot, but, you know, we sort of want to get that down, because, you know, having debt is never good. I mean, what we're spending on debt quite a lot of money, aren't we? Yeah, 2.07 billion each turn, so that would free up quite a lot of money if we could get rid of that. And also, if our interest rate goes up, which is indicated by this black line here, it is currently at AAA. If our interest rate goes up, then we will be in some real trouble, because our expenditure is going to go up substantially, because we're going to have to be paying that extra money towards the debt interest. So I would expect our interest rate to go up. That's all I'm saying. Speed limits, no change, doesn't really matter. Budget report, yeah, we're narrowing the gap. Unemployment is down again. That is good. That is really, really good. And GDP is up again. So we're drawing almost even with pre-crash levels. How is our GDP so high here, and how is it so low here? Is it because we've got all these negative modifiers like ghettos and stuff, and yeah, alcohol abuse? Well, that doesn't affect GDP. That doesn't affect GDP. That does not affect GDP either. What about this? That affects GDP a little bit, but not that much. And this affects productivity, which affects GDP as well. So I suppose there's a couple of things that are, yeah, like this as well. Cyclones are a little bit negative for us in terms of the GDP, but hey ho, that's not really an issue. How many turns are we away from the election? 4 turns away. And what's our sort of threat assessment? 100 people. That's really, really good. We're really working on getting that membership of that Freedom Party down, or that Freedom Reform League, or whatever it is. Ministerial scandal. Oh my goodness. An improper relationship with his secretary. How dare he? Religious people will not be liking us for that, and for that I am truly sorry. Look at this. Look at this. This is good news. We have a small budget deficit of 69.87 million. In terms of government spending, that is pocket change. That is really, really small. So I'm very, very glad that we sort of closed that gap between not having money and having money. So that's really, really important. Let's look at our threat assessment. Freedom League, it's up to 100. That is not good. That is not good at all. I do not want that to be happening. I do not want that to increase any further. So we're just going to sort of maintain this course. We're not going to introduce any more policies that upset liberals. In fact, you know what we could actually do? We could probably cancel. Where was that Sunday shopping thing? Where was the Sunday shopping? It was probably being economy. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is stuck. That's a bit crazy. But we can cancel this policy. And that will obviously increase GDP, and liberals will be a tad more happy with us, which is always very, very important when they're trying to kill you. I mean, let's be honest. Okay, let's go to the next turn and see what we're doing. I think we can probably just manage to get our GDP up past the break-even point, and indeed we have. Look at this. It says we have a small surplus of 2.25 billion. Very, very important for us that we actually have a surplus, because obviously that means that we can start paying down our debts again after our debts sort of went up. So it's good to sort of be paying them back now, and cancelling that banning Sunday shopping will mean that we have another little extra bonus to our GDP, which is always nice. And liberals, I would presume, yeah, are starting to hate us a lot less. Membership has decreased to 50 people. That's great, because it was at 100 last turn, so we've effectively halved their membership. Their threat assessment is still pretty large. It's, what, maybe 4/10? 4/10, that's, what, is it, 2/5? Yeah, probably 2/5. Maybe a bit more than that, but whatever. They're becoming a lot less of an issue now, which is very, very important, because obviously we don't want this series to end with them killing us. We want it to end under our own terms and conditions, so so that is, you know, the idea anyway. By the way, I don't think I mentioned, but we're going to go for 4 likes in this video, so make sure to smash that like button, make me a happy guy. And you know what? I think we're going to call it there. So if you have enjoyed the episode, then as I just said, please remember to like. We are going for 4, so so be sure to smash the like button. And yeah, I will see you next time for some more Democracy 3 as Canada. Bye.